NBA fans, welcome back. I have an issue right now going on in the NBA with the NBA, and I would really like to rant about it. But before doing so, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, join the community. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. I make YouTube videos every single day, sometimes twice a day. So if that's something that interests you, you came to the right place. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. Let's talk NBA. I think there's a real problem about the scheduling right now, and I understand the NBA's perspective is they really wanted to bring this season back as quick as they could, and they really wanted to make as many games as possible to make as much revenue because they have these TV deals with these stations that they need to provide a certain amount of games to make money and to keep their contracts going on. I understand that. I understand the politics behind it, but to me, it is just such a bad business plan. I think it's ridiculous how if you even look at past last year and into this year, there are guys like LeBron James who had 6 weeks off. Danny Green, Dwight Howard, guys from the Lakers, the Heat, had 6 weeks of no basketball and then had to jump into a brand new season. That's no time. That is no time to get your body right and to get healthy and to be able to rest and come back at full strength. It's not good. It's not good for the guys. And now you see the Lakers of Anthony Davis and LeBron James, they're hurt. AD's been out all year, basically. He's 30-plus games he hasn't been able to play because, I mean, that's just so much to ask of a guy to be able to just basically say, hey, here's 2 years of calendar basketball, play every single day as much as possible, 164 games. You can't do that, you know what I mean? Not even including playoff games. And then my thing is, like, there are teams like the Hawks or not the Hornets, but like the Bulls, the teams that didn't even make it into the bubble, who have had months and months and months and months of no basketball, which could be the same problem. You know, your body is just over resting and you haven't been able to go out and play full contact, full speed games that your body just gets hurt. You know what I mean? That's what happens, especially if you look at these teams like the Nuggets, especially. They go in and they play these crazy long playoff series, and then they have to bounce back almost immediately to start a new season. That's one thing. But the biggest problem that the NBA has done is they say, okay, no 82-game season. I'm on board for that. But then they say 72 games, which I just don't get. That is so many games to ask of these guys who have basically been playing basketball nonstop for almost 2 years, to come back and play that many games. And on such a smaller calendar schedule, you're going to see back-to-backs. The Denver Nuggets played 6 games in 9 days. And on that 6th game, in the 9th day, in the final minute of the final quarter, Jamal Murray tears his ACL. That is because of the NBA. There's no one else to blame in that. There's no one else to blame with that. How can you be telling this team to have 2 back-to-backs and 6 games in 9 days after a season of all of what happened last year? And it's a scientific fact that these guys' ACLs, the more wear and tear and the more getting out of the gym, jumping, running around is occurring, the more likely it's going to tear. In the final minute of the last game of 6 games in 9 days, a superstar player or borderline superstar player tears his ACL and completely destroys his team's chances of winning this year, but not only this year, but next year as well. Out of sheer unfortunate luck, the Denver Nuggets now have this year and next year of just nothing. There's no way they can contend for a championship. I don't care if they go out and sign Austin Rivers. That they're missing an elite player for them. And it's because of the NBA. It's because of just the lack of care they have for their players, for their employees. And it's messed up. It's really messed up. You see how many guys this year, how many superstar names this year are out. Embiid had a really scary injury to his knee. Playoff team. You know, that could have completely killed the Sixers' chances of anything, ever. You know? LeBron James, out. Harden's been out. Kyrie's been out. KD's been out. Anthony Davis has been out. And that's just to name a few off the top of my head. There have been countless guys that have gone down injured this year more than any years past. And that's because of the NBA. That's because of the scheduling. That's because of the money that the NBA is making off of these players, because they deep down, they don't care. People are going to watch these games regardless. Maybe the ratings aren't going to be as good, but they're still making money. They're still making money off these players, and they don't care. They really don't care. So you see smarter teams like the Brooklyn Nets and the Lakers and the Sixers at times choosing not to play some guys because why? Why would you play them? Why play KD on the second half of a back-to-back when you know he's been dealing with injuries? Why play LeBron James when you know maybe he's not 100%? Why play Joel Embiid on a back-to-back after he comes back from a scary injury? Why play Anthony Davis if you don't think he's 100%? There's no point. There's no point. You got to just prepare for the playoffs. I mean, Jimmy Butler missed time this year. You see so many guys this year more than ever just go down with injuries. So much so that it has completely drastically changed the MVP race. And I just think the NBA is a problem, and I think that the NBA needs to really address this. And is 82 games in a season really the solution? Is that really what we should be at? I don't think so. And don't get me wrong, I understand the effects it has on career statistics, and it has the effects of, legendary players and this and that, but there comes to a point in time where I think we just have to progress with the times, man. And I don't think 82 games, I don't even know if 72 games is a proper amount. I mean, it's tough. And then it comes down to you buy a ticket, you go to a game, and you don't watch this player play, and you get mad at the team. But, guys, it's more than that. It's so much deeper than that. It's deeper than the player deciding he doesn't want to play. It's deeper than the team not wanting to play the player. The NBA puts these teams in these positions to have to make these tough calls. And then the blame is on the teams, but deep down, the blame has to be on the league. It has to be on the league. Time management is not a problem with the teams or the players. Time management is a problem with the NBA as a whole. It puts these teams in situations where it's a lose-lose. You'll lose the game, or your player has a chance to get hurt higher because of everything that's been going on over the last year and a half. I think a solution needs to come up soon in the CBA, whenever that is. The CBA agreement, I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I know it is coming up. There's so much to go over with scheduling because I think there's such a big problem with scheduling. I think there's a big problem with just these TV deals because deep down, when you really understand the NBA and how it works, I just feel like it's this money-hungry, money-driven league who completely uses its product to make as much money as humanly possible. And I understand that's just America, but it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I hate to see guys, especially of Jamal Murray's caliber, and at 24 years old, I am 24 years old, that man is going to lose 2 years of his NBA career, arguably in his prime, because of everything that has been going on. And he is the one that has to suffer from it. And that's just not fair. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to me. So, NBA, we need a solution, man. Peace out.